What's up, guys? This is TampaTec, and this is an absolutely destroyed iPad mini. I'm going to attempt to fix this iPad for my hairdresser, Jessica. So we'll see what happens. It's even bent, like right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's slightly bent, the frame. I'm going to have to bend it back, and we're going to try to repair it. I got the repair kit right here, and let's go ahead and get started. All right. This should help prevent any shards flying into my face. There we go. So there's actually two ways to repair an iPad. One way is to remove the digitizer from the LCD screen, which is glued onto the LCD screen. So it's really difficult to remove the digitizer from the LCD screen because the adhesive. So it takes a lot of skill, patience, technique, experience, which I didn't have any of those. This is the first time I'm repairing this iPad. So I ended up scratching and damaging the LCD screen, unfortunately. So I ended up buying the digitizer that's already glued onto the LCD screen. So as you can see, it's really difficult to get that pry tool and separate the adhesive from the LCD screen and the digitizer. Look how hard it is. Not easy. And so if you're not experienced, just buy the LCD screen with the digitizer. It's a little bit more money, but a whole lot less stressful. So next I'm going to show you the second way. Here it is. A couple of different ways to repair this. You could get the digitizer, that's if the LCD screen isn't damaged, or you can get the digitizer with the LCD screen, which most people do because removing that digitizer from the LCD screen is pretty much a huge chore, and a lot of people end up damaging the LCD screen in the process. So after watching some videos, I think the best solution is just getting the digitizer with the LCD screen. It's just less stressful. And that's what you guys want, right? Less stress. So here it is. This is the screen with the digitizer, as you can see right here. And it does come with the tools, screwdriver, pry tools, and some rubber bands. And here is the glass protector. So I'm going to pull this out. All right. Round one. All right, so let's go ahead and take this out as well. And this has some extra things, like this is to remove your lint from the screen, and it just double-sided. It's just sticky tape. Right here is the service card, and this is to help disassemble. Oh, this is this dust absorber. This is it right here. This is to put along the edges, to adhesive. And I think that's it, actually. Sometimes it's really hard to get under that glass, so I highly recommend using the thin credit card tool. Once you have most of the adhesive removed, then you can use the guitar pick, which is a little bit thicker, to remove the rest of the digitizer from the iPad. And then when you remove the glass, fold it down from the top to the bottom, because near the bottom button there's cables. The digitizer and the LCD screen cables are connected to the iPad. So you got to remove that bottom right plate using a micro Phillips screwdriver, and then you can remove the digitizer and the LCD screen from the iPad.
Okay, once you get right here, then you have to be careful, and we're gonna have to remove this plate. Go ahead and remove that. And we got a magnet. Put these over here for now. Okay. And let's go ahead and remove that. Boom. All right, and then another one, one's the LCD, one's the digitizer. I'm using a plastic tool. There we go. That is removed. Cool. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and remove the rest of the glass, of course, so we can unplug that. Probably should have unplugged that first.
Yeah, I definitely should have unplugged the battery first, but no harm, no foul.
Now there's a button you got to remove too, right? This right here. You have to remove that. So we're gonna transfer this over here. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna place this down. And then this, as you can see, we have to move that over.
There's two cables you got to disconnect on the top of the button. One you just pop off, lift up, and the other one slides out.
Heat that up. Let's see if that removes it.
Now there's this back bracket that holds the button in place, so you're gonna have to pry that off, and it should come off fairly easy. It's like a support bracket for the button, so when you push it, the button doesn't push all the way inside the iPad.
There we go. And we're going to transfer this over here.
Now once you move over the button assembly to the new setup, then you want to make sure the button sits recessed inside that hole, and then go ahead and slide in that left cable and then plug in that right cable.
There we go. And then we're gonna put some super glue there. let's go ahead and place this down. Make sure it clicks. Oh, I hear it. I feel it clicking.
Make sure you push on the support bracket if you're going to press the button.
There we go.
It takes about 60 seconds for the super glue to dry.
See, it's still bent, as you can see. See, it's wobbling, so I have to bend it back. Yeah, it's flat now. All right, that's cool. So let's go ahead and continue removing the rest of the glass.
So this is actually the most tedious part, is removing all the small pieces of glass around the bezel. And so what you want to do is you want to like use a rubbing alcohol and clean the adhesive all over the bezel, the outer edge, and get all the small pieces out and the adhesive out. Make sure it's completely clean before you put that double-sided tape down.
All right, so let's go ahead and put the strips here. There we go. Let's put another one. Let's see if I could grab another one somehow. Put one up here. And put one over here. There we go. Okay, these are plugged in. Now let's plug in the battery. Of course, the battery's dead. Oh, I got a screen. Yay! The battery is dead. But we got a screen, so it is working. Yay. And then the button works because when I press it, it works. Oh, nice. She's going to be happy. Free haircuts for a month.
Now from this point, you definitely want to put on the glass protector and buy a case. And another thing I suggest is getting 3M tape to make sure that frame, the bezel, will pop back out because the adhesive isn't the strongest that's included in the kit. So right here I'm using the sticky tape that's provided by the kit to remove any kind of dust, and I'm going to put the glass protector on for added protection. And when you put on the glass protector, make sure you put it on when you remove that film face down, but you have to put it on perfectly. If you don't, then you're going to get air bubbles, which I do get. I'm going to show you how to remove those. So as you can see, I have an air bubble, but this thing is very forgiving. You actually can remove it and try again numerous times. I tried to use that thin card and squeeze the air bubbles out. They didn't work very well. Testing the touch screen, that worked. So I'm just going to peel off the corner and see if I can release the air bubbles. And that looks like it worked. And so I didn't have to take the whole glass cover off. I just went ahead and removed the corner and released those air bubbles, and now I'm just slowly putting the glass cover back on.
All right, we did it. So hopefully you found this video informative. If you did, give me a thumbs up and share this video to anyone this video might help.